Alright, today we're going to be doing some Strixhaven Limited, I think. Double checking to make sure that I am live, and that is correct. I am. Okay, gotta mute that window too. Alrighty, so I've been wanting to play some Strixhaven Limited, and I wanted to play some yesterday. Unfortunately, I did not have the time, because I still decided I wanted to go and lift. So today, we'll be doing that. I want to do one draft today where I have to take every Mystical Archive card that we see, regardless. But, no... Probably not the first one, I guess. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and jump on into a draft. Got the Porter Cam going up in the upper right-hand corner. He's decided to grace us with his presence. I'm checking to see how long it takes, what's it called? Kano to announce the Twitch stream today. Titan Valakut, welcome. Today's not my birthday. Yesterday was, Joest. Were you here yesterday? I don't remember. We got 364 more days of this. Oh, man. Yeah, it's good to be back to the regular old, it's not my birthday. Oh, man. It was a good stream yesterday. I was a little sad that I ran out of time, but like it was a good time. Reasonable, Joest, reasonable. And the VOD will be going up on YouTube if you want to see it. The only like crazy thing you missed besides the standard Kano punting everything is Six Sigma and Bone Daddy got into a donation fight, and I was quite stunned. I'm playing some Strixhaven Limited. I really wanted to yesterday and didn't get to. You want to see Aetherworks Marvel? I need a list. If you can get a list into the Discord, I'm going to start building a queue again. I have someone wants me to play a Tainted Remedy deck, and I still haven't gotten around to that. But like I don't have time to brew the deck myself right now because I've got so much other stuff going on. But you need more Titan content in your life? Well, I will be playing, probably for Mad Meta Magic, I'll be playing Six Sigma's Titan list, owing to his incredible contributions yesterday. I feel like I owe him that much at least. I got tomorrow's video recorded already. John Eli 6, welcome. How's it going? Recall 33, welcome. Tight. uh. Is there a way to create an actual spreadsheet list in Discord or post a link to a Google Doc? Are you talking about to manage a queue for decks or for a particular deck? Because for actually to manage a queue, I was going to write a little web service, flex some of my programming knowledge, and integrate it into a Discord bot and do stuff that way. I think it'd be a lot of fun. Although a Google Doc that's like restricted to like mod edits for like the Twitch mod team, I think might actually be pretty good. It might be a decent way to start, and then that's a pretty low cost to get stood up. That's not a bad idea though. Halsey, welcome. The birthday went well yesterday. I got a couple of gifts from family, including one of these things, which is still on my desk. I got a calendar of dogs pooping for my brother as a gag gift. There's a different breed for every year. So that's how my birthday went. But it was pretty good. I went and lifted, and it was bench day, and so I got to do that. I lost more weight, though unfortunately I think it was all muscle, according to the like electrode scale thing they have at the gym that I use for body composition stuff. So gotta up my protein intake. But yeah, no, it was good. And Porter got some new toys, and he's thrilled about it. So not bad. Congratulations. Gotta spoil him. Absolutely. Yeah, no, definitely it is worth getting a little bit of conditioning in before you start to start to try and take weight back off. Dick Record, it's not my birthday. That was yesterday. How's it going, man? Alfred, thank you, but it's not my birthday. I hope you enjoyed the Snake Tribal video. I want to actually, I would like to play that deck again and maybe make a few edits. I actually really like that deck. I was only slightly frustrated with how that video turned out, but I kind of want to play that deck again. I'll wait a little bit, though. Alright, so we've got Galazeth Prismari as our rare. Almost certainly what I should take, because this card absolutely seems like a bomb. He turns treasures into repeatable mana rocks, which is pretty fantastic. Not to mention, I don't think I've gotten to draft the blue-red deck yet. So yeah, we're gonna do that. What am I passing on? Not a lot, actually. So we'll take Galazeth Prismari. Completely spaced on going back to watching that vid after I jumped on the stream yesterday, and then it showed back up after I got back from the teeth ripping. Nice. We get Ingenious Mastery, which is a draw spell and a rare. I feel like I should probably be playing that in the Galazeth deck, because with him making all of our treasures repeatable, this could be like a massive draw spell. I like Opt. I like Serpentine Curve as well. Elemental Summoning's not bad. Let's see. I think you might start buying Chinese cards. Why? Oh, it seems like they're the only country where prices didn't spike. I didn't catch that was a two-part message. I feel like the path should be in the main instead of the planeswalkers. Not sure if that's the right decision. That's fair. I think that like it needs to focus more on a single game plan. Nice. I'm glad you enjoyed it, Halsey. I do like Opt here, but Serpentine Curve making counting our instants and sorceries, which presumably in the blue-red deck we'll be playing a lot of, I think is going to be more important. So I'm going to take Serpentine Curve. Creative Outburst. This is kind of like Prophetic Bolt, sort of. But it can also be discarded to make treasures. I really like this card in the blue-red deck, so I'm going to take it. It does look like blue-red is kind of open. I'm missing out on Explosive Welcome, Pop Quiz, and Prismari Pledge Mage, which this card is actually quite good as well. That's true. It is possible that card wheels. We'll see how many people are in blue. All right. We get an Elemental Masterpiece, which is an excellent blue-red payoff. So I think I'm going to go with that. Oh, no problem. What? He's not laying on his bed this time. We will be taking Elemental Masterpiece here. Welcome, Six Sigma. Glad to have you. I do want to play your Titan list for the next Mad Meta, if you're cool with that. Just to show my thanks for all the donations. Kefka, it's not my birthday. My birthday was yesterday. Nice for the nice pickup for the Wooded Foothills. Oz birthday was yesterday, not today. Lorehold Pledge Mage is pretty good. Negate is reasonable. I think I'm going to take Arcane Subtraction because we're going to need some learn spells, and Delay here is not bad. Teach by Example is also tempting. Dragon's Approach. I could maybe see us playing this. All right. Sounds good. I'll try and consult with you before I play it. See if you've got any additions you want me to make. I don't think we take Dragon's Approach. I think it's much better if we take Negate or the Pledge Mage. I think I'm going to go with the Pledge Mage. It seems kind of strong. Frost Trickster, Sudden Breakthrough. I think the Trickster is better. Yeah, I think the Pledge Mage is going to be better on average. Might do a Strix draft tonight. If you have any general tips, that'd be great. If you're in blue-green, go for as much value as possible. Big tokens are great. Team Pennant's great in blue-green if you make big tokens, which you should. The black-based decks seem to be the most powerful between black-green and black-white. Black-white is super aggressive. Black-green is value-oriented. I think personally I've had the most success with black-white because Rise of Extus is probably the most broken card in the entire limited format. I'm going to take Pop Quiz here. I know Pigment Storm's good removal, but I want more learn spells. Fuming Effigy, Dust Speaker. I can probably take Teach by Example. If we get a couple more Serpentine Curves, I would be pretty happy with casting this on that. Ardent Dust Speaker is for the red-white deck. Fuming Effigy pretty much as well. Square Up is not great. Needlethorn Drake, I don't want to go outside of blue-red right now. First day of class. I don't think it's going to be super good for us. I'm going to take the Burog Befuddler, even though I think Illustrious Historian is probably better. The Flash Combat Trick might make a difference here. We'll take Pop Quiz. Excellent learn spell. Fuming Effigy because it's in my colors. Another Teach by Example. And we get Wheeled Dragon's Approach. Got to be the one where you can flashback Magnum Opus with Torrential Gearhulk on opponent's upkeep. Is that a thing? Spiteful Squad was great with Apt Pupil and stuff like that. Oh, dude, Spiteful Squad is one of the best black-white commons, I would argue. Oh, man. Oh. Okay, so we have Compulsive Research, which is an incredible card advantage spell, but I have 2 pop quizzes. Or I can take Culmination of Studies. Exile the top X cards of your library. For each land card, make a treasure. For each blue card, draw a card. And for each red card, deal 1 damage. I think we gotta go with Culmination of Studies. Compulsive Research is insanely good card draw, but I already have a pretty good amount of card draw. We'll take the rare do everything spell. Radiant Scroll Wielder. Instant and sorcery spells you control have lifelink. Okay, I might splash white for this card. This card is nuts. I have cast this card 0 times, but I've had it cast against me several times, and it was like unbeatable when it was played. It has high toughness, so like damage-based removal doesn't do anything. If you don't attack with it, they can't exile tapped removal. Spectacle Mage, it would suck to pass on, but like I think we can splash a single white for Radiant Scroll Wielder, especially if we're making treasures. So, doing that. Oh, there's Rise of Extus. I want to take Rise of Extus because this card is insane, but I can't justify it. Even if I am splashing white for Radiant Scroll Wielder, I don't think I can make that many. Yeah, if I was splashing black or splashing white like at the same time, I think it'd be fine. I think I'd take the lesson here. Frost Trickster is not bad. I already have 1. Yeah, let's take the lesson and put it in the side. Oh, Fury Calm Snarl. But I have to pass Spectacle Mage if I'm going to take it. The rare lands are really not bad for fixing and limited. The fact that you can have them come in untapped actually makes a big difference. And this really helps with Radiant Scroll Wielder, but I'm passing a second Spectacle Mage, and someone is going to think the Prismari deck is open. And Pigment Storm as well. I would not mind a Pigment Storm for removal. But we'll take the Snarl. Hopefully something from that pack wheels for us. Another Serpentine Curve. I think this card is really important if you're casting a lot of non-creature spells in blue. It also synergizes really well with Teach by Example. Mercurial Transformation, I'm not a huge fan of. Introduction to Annihilation, I would take, but Serpentine Curve is going to be better. So, like, this is a close second. Strixhaven Stadium, this is not the deck for that. Mascot Interception, probably not. I think I take Pillar Drop Warden out of all of these. Well, we've got the Battle Seer, which is a haste creature. Pillar Drop Warden is nice because of the reach, and you could buy back your powerful instants. So if we discard our big instants and sorceries to make treasures, we can buy them back with this guy, as well as like protect ourselves. I think the Battle Seer might be a little bit better. Our mana situation is not great right now. Solve the equation. We could go and get like our big instants and sorceries. But I don't think tutors in general are going to be that great and limited. I think because we have a lot of learn cards and not a lot of lessons, we take Introduction to Annihilation and put that in the sideboard. I think the brown dog is a little bit too warm to lay in his bed. We did just go for a long walk. A third pop quiz, Enthusiastic Study, Soothsayer Adept. Soothsayer Adept is probably what I should take here. Assuming I ever decide to get into Arena and play in Historic. Might be a trip in Modern if I can port it in the right way. I'll keep that in an open tab, and I'll check into it later. I love Torrential Gear Hulk decks, so... I'm going to take another pop quiz. I should probably be taking Soothsayer Adept, but I like the pop quizzes. Somebody took Compulsive Research, obviously. I will take Prismari Apprentice. Card is good for us. Spectacle Mage came all the way around. Fantastic. Spirit Summoning wouldn't be bad, but Spectacle Mage I think is going to be better for us. Another Frost Trickster. Another Spectacle Mage. Pillar Drop Warden came around. I took all the right cards because all the cards I actually wanted wheeled. That's insane. Blue-Eyed Approach. Yeah. It's sad, too, because Historic seems like an actually kind of fun format. Um, it seems... Now, I don't play either format, so, no harsh judgment for this. My naive opinion is, it seems like Historic is a more fun format than Pioneer. But I also don't know, because I don't play either one. I think we gotta take Prismari Pledge Mage. If I was splashing green for anything, I would take Growth Spiral 100%, because that card's great. Historic's way better now that Strix came out. I can believe that. I can't play a 4th pop quiz, I don't think. We definitely need some stuff to come down earlier, so we'll take the Pledge Mage. I mean, every format has its problems, right? No format's perfect. It's kind of like whatever problems you can handle is sort of what format you should be playing, right? Right now it's wide open. Well, that's good. This is the first time I've seen Emergent Sequence in a pack that was offered to me ever. I will take another Serpentine Curve. This card is going to be excellent with all of the non-creature spells we have. Another Serpentine Curve? Another Spectacle Mage. Well, we don't have quite that many. Like, we have a few great big spells, right? But, like, we don't have a ton of 5 mana or more spells. I think I'd take another Serpentine Curve. I like that cards that are busted in other formats are fine in Historic because there's no free mana. That's... Yeah, I could totally see that being a thing. I don't think... Can I play Mono Serpentine Curve aggro? We don't have anything that triggers off of drawing cards, otherwise Brainstorm might be great. I'm going to take another Serpentine Curve. We'll just play Mono Serpentine Curve aggro. Yeah, because Brainstorm, I think, on average, is going to be quite bad. Spirit Summoning, that's a lesson we can play in the sideboard. We don't really need too many more main deck playables. No one's going to tell you not. Just don't blame us if it goes bad. Fair. Another Spectacle Mage, another Pop Quiz. I think I've got to take Expressive Iteration. We should have been in green. Expressive Iteration's great, but we have so much card draw. I may not actually need this. I think I just take Spectacle Mage or Whirlwind Denial. I'll take Spectacle Mage. We have a couple of X spells. Increasing Vengeance. Copy target instant or sorcery you control. If this was cast from a graveyard, copy that spell twice instead. This card is much, much better than Teach by Example. It's much harder to cast, but the flashback on it is going to be extremely good. Man, I like how we're playing whole playsets of cards. I could have like 5 Spectacle Mages if I wanted them, because of how open red and blue is. Another Spirit Summoning that can go in the side. I don't really need any other main deckable cards. Another Pop Quiz. Sure. I'll take a 4th Pop Quiz. Tome Shredder is playable. I guess I shouldn't say. I played a Tron versus Tron matchup for tomorrow's video. And let's just say the first game in that Tron versus Tron matchup was absolute BS. Like, it has to do with mulligans, but it was really BS. This deck is shaping up to be quite something interesting. I guess Enthusiastic Study is a card in our colors. Spiteful Squad's a better card, but... Illustrious Historian, in case I need another creature. Same with Blood Age General. Probably not playing either. Sure, throw that in the side. And make your mark. At that point, it might not be better to just scoop and not give info. I'm not the one that mulliganed. In the hypothetical. But yeah, no, if you ever have to mulligan to like 2 to see a land, it's generally worth to keep it and then just not play out lands and make your opponent play cards and then like see what information they have in their deck and then scoop without revealing anything. Okay, so we'll take out Fury Column Snarl, group creatures separately. Let's see what we're dealing with here. We're not playing Fuming Effigy, probably only playing 1 Pillar Drop Warden. We're not playing Tome Shredder. We probably aren't playing Befuddler. And I think 3 Spectacle Mages is probably too many. They don't reduce the cost of Serpentine Curve, so just go to 0 and draw to hand size. We're not playing Dragon's Approach, even though we have Galazeth Prismari because we didn't get enough of them. I only have 1, 2, 3, 4 lessons I can grab, and I have like 9 learned cards. I mean, hey, learn could be good then because we're discarding, like we could discard some more of our non-creature cards and then draw cards. I don't think we'll play Arcane Subtraction. We probably only need 3 pop quizzes. I'm gonna cut this Battle Seer. And I'm going to cut, I think, the other Pillar Drop Warden. Bam. Got ourselves a deck. A very, very strange deck. We will be playing the Fury Column Snarl. 7, 7, and 1. Then we have 1, 2 ways to make treasures, 3 ways to make treasures. So we technically have like 5 potential ways to play Radiant Scroll Wielder. All right. Let's do this. Round 1. Here we go. Quick question for everyone. Top 5 cards that are just mistakes. 3 mana Teferi, 3 mana Narset. Oko, Uro, Omnath. Bam, got him. 5. We'll lead on island, pass the turn. Need context. Play a mountain. Let's play Prismari Apprentice. Pass the turn. Opponent untaps. They play Pilgrim of Ages, and this gets them a Plains. Field got banned, and on Moto it went from 30 tickets to got banned in Standard, and it went from like 25 tickets to 5 tickets. I bought a playset. Then it started getting played in Modern, and I picked up a playset earlier, and then it went back up to 30 tickets. It was crazy. All right, pass the turn. We're going to discard Creative Outburst so we can play Radiant Scroll Wielder next turn. I don't tend to do any sort of investing on Moto or anything like that. The only time that I did, I bought a playset of Mycosynth Lattices from a bot that hadn't been updated for a penny a piece when they were $60 each. That is the only investment I've ever made on Moto, and it was a really good one. And the bot only had 4 Mycosynth Lattice. So, yeah. It was crazy. I ended up selling 3 of them, and then I was able to actually afford the Karns. It's fair. Like, I understand why some people don't dislike Teferi, but I do. I do because while I do like blue-white control, I like playing Battle of Wits blue-white control, and the more higher power level the individual blue-white control cards have, the worse the Battle of Wits version is. Because the Battle of Wits version, you have to have the power level roughly approximately equal across the entire deck. And when you have cards like Teferi that you can only play 4 of, you know, it makes the deck way worse. And when you play like if you play blue-white Battle of Wits control versus blue-white control, the person who gets to their Teferi first wins, and because the other deck is playing 1/5 of your deck, they're probably going to play Teferi before you. That's basically the reason. It invalidates all of the counter spells that you have to play in Battle of Wits control. Apparently my opponent is just in the tank on my end step for some reason. I am not interested in playing Arena. Mainly because I can't keep up with all of the cards that I need to purchase to make content consistently. Eye of Ugin wasn't a problem until they printed 4 mana exclusively colorless Eldrazi. That is when it became a problem. When Eye of Ugin was printed originally and you're only playing like 10 mana Eldrazi, like, yeah. I don't have the time to grind for Arena with as much recording as for content and stuff that I have to do. So I would in order to have to make content on Arena, I'd have to spend a lot of money, and I can't justify the cost. At least on Moto, I can cash out, and I have several times in the past when I really really needed the money. So it's been kind of a lifesaver in that regard. I like, if I have no problems with people liking Arena or, having the time to grind or having the money to, whatever. I don't care. That's not for me. I'm not going to log in as you. That is not a thing I will do, but I appreciate the offer. That is a very kind offer. I will not be doing that. It's okay. It's a very kind thing to want to help. Alright, opponent goes to combat. Attacks us for 2. No blocks. You missed the days when Affinity was the boogeyman? Did you see the all 0-drop Affinity deck that I played a while back? That deck was actually kind of legit. So let's discard Creative Outburst to make a treasure. Untap. Draw an island. We'll play a mountain. And I'm going to go with Radiant Scroll Wielder. Pass the turn. You miss Hollow One being a thing before Hogak? I don't miss the Hollow One deck. And this is coming from a guy who really liked Faithless Looting in Modern. It plays a 7-drop on turn 1. What more do you want, Oz? Yeah, sure, that 7-drop has Improvise or is a Mirror Enforcer, but that deck was awesome. We actually 3-2'd a league with it, too. It was great. All right. Opponent going to combat and attacking. They have Lash of Malice to kill our 2/2. The question is, do they have another instant, and can we risk Radiant Scroll Wielder dying? I think we just have to take the damage. So... On our upkeep... I think we're going to reduce the chance of hitting Creative Outburst for a turn. And cast Pop Quiz. It has lifelink. We'll get Introduction to Prophecy. Hopefully we exile Pop Quiz and not Creative Outburst here. Recently bought into Rakdos Death Shadow, but then it became Jund. I mean, there might still be room for an actual Rakdos Death Shadow deck. But... we exiled Creative Outburst. That sucks. This is not pay without paying its mana cost, right? You may cast it this turn. Okay. That is unfortunate. Play an island. We'll play Spectacle Mage, or Prismari Pledge Mage, excuse me. Pass the turn. Opponent untaps. Isn't Jund Death Shadow Rakdos with Goyf and Hex Drinker? Yeah, with Hex Drinker as well. I guess... yeah, the only reason I can't play that deck, besides a lack of interest, is I don't have the Scourge of the Skyclaves, and that's like $250 for a playset. Defend the Campus, Anthem. Okay. Opponent goes to combat, attacks. Well, now I think I have to do this. Moto prices are weird. Well, it kind of depends on if the card is a standard legal card. It depends on how often the format gets drafted on Moto. And with Arena being the main form of limited experience for most people, it means that the majority of drafters aren't on Moto. So, like, okay, we draw a Serpentine Curve, which we are 1 mana away from playing and teaching by example. I think we gotta go Serpentine Curve here. Go to combat, pass. So, like, the Zendikar set was very unpopular on Moto, which is one reason why the chase cards from that set are so expensive. Scourge of the Skyclaves included. All right. I mean, I'm going to have to play the Spectacle Mage to have a blocker for that very soon. Opponent gets an Inkling Summoning. That is bad. In the... oh, gosh. Why do some people say Moto instead of Moto? MTGO? It's because MTGO is 4 syllables and Moto is 2. We'll chump here. Alright, we untap. We exile Serpentine Curve. Draw an island. Play an island. Cast Serpentine Curve, holding priority. Then we'll teach by example. MTGO versus Modo. Mitgo? No, no one says that. Oh, you know what? This is not Reverberate. This is the other... You have to cast this preemptively. Shame concede. Alright, well, we got pretty far behind that game anyway, so I don't think we were going to win. I do want a Pillar Drop Warden in this deck. Probably over... I think a Teach by example. Yes, please. Somebody exclamation point punt, would you? We'll play first. Slow, but I think this hand is keepable. Thank you, Halsey. It's not my birthday. Lead on island, pass the turn. Opponent untaps. We untap. Play a mountain, pass the turn. Opponent untaps. People wish me a happy birthday every day of every week. It's just the way things are. Play a plains, play Lorehold Pledge Mage. Pass the turn. Luckily, Eager First Year does not naturally gain toughness like a lot of other prowess creatures or magecraft creatures. Opponent plays a Silverquill Pledge Mage and passes. Draw an island, play Pillar Drop Warden. Pass the turn. Look at the perfect mana base, non-basics Y. Yeah, I know, basic Tron assembled, right? Now you have me wanting to play Limited. Why would you do this? Because Strixhaven Limited is really fun. 3-color drafters getting perfect mana should not be legal. Yeah, no, I know how you feel on that one. Alright, so we're going to double pop quiz, I think. But we can do that at instant speed. I don't think I attack with the first strike. Well, yeah, let's go ahead and do it. When's the Titan Mad meta going up? It'll probably be 2 days from now at the earliest. Tomorrow will be Tron. Cast Teach by example. Magecraft trigger. Then cast Pop Quiz. Watch them just have the Lash spell. So we'll go ahead and draw a card. Fury Calm Snarl. Let's take Spirit Summoning. Then we draw a card. And then let's take another Spirit Summoning. You might sell all your Tron stuff? Okay, pass the turn. I would say that Strixhaven, it's a little bit of a swingy format, but like it's very value oriented for the most part. Opponent gets an Inkling Summoning. If they play out Inkling Summoning... Okay. I am going to block here. If they have the Lash spell, they'll trade. They don't. You don't like value-oriented limited too much? That's fair. I really enjoy it because you can do like really crazy things, and for me that's a lot of fun. Opponent plays a Thunderous Orator. We untap. Draw a mountain. Play... 5 mana. Play Fury Calm Snarl. Reveal mountain. Play Spirit Summoning. Pass the turn. Yeah, that's true. Decks, it's a pretty swingy format. If somebody's got a really, really broken interaction, especially if they're like Dark Ritualing out a 3-drop on turn 1, which is a thing that happens in Strixhaven Limited, it can definitely cause some problems. So this gains flying, which is kind of a problem. We untap and get a Radiant Scroll Wielder. Play a mountain. We're at 7 mana. So I think I'm going to cast Elemental Masterpiece this turn. Go to combat. Attack. Opponent's going to trade with the Spirit. They untap. You think you're at the point where you should pick a deck and master it? That's fair. Yeah, it does feel like it's harder to transition between certain strategies when you need to when you start getting cut. We untap and draw Culmination of Studies. Alright, well this will be fun. Play a mountain. Control. Cast Culmination of Studies. Holding priority. Then with it on the stack, will Increasing Vengeance. We're losing here, I think, but this should be fun. So X4, what happens? We make a treasure, draw a bunch of cards. We exile a bunch of Serpentine Curves. We drew a bunch of cards anyway. We're basically dead if we attack, with a slight chance of surviving if we don't. Did I exile Creative Outburst? Somehow I didn't. If I can draw, play Radiant Scroll Wielder and the Outburst, I might actually have a chance because of the life gain. But I think that's the only... Yeah, Pocket Yuff, exactly. Oh, actually, we're just dead. I didn't see Combat Professor. All right. We lost the match, but it was fun. It's only the journey that matters. Drawing cards. Lots of them. I agree. Losing and fun in the same sentence, which I wish I was more like Kano. Yeah, I'm not what people would necessarily call a spike, I guess. All right. Round 2, here we go. I would like to play first. This is a mulligan. This is very close. We do need blue mana. I think I am going to keep this, though. Yeah, he was our pack one, pick one. And then blue-red was wide open. Opponent leads on swamp. We do draw an island. Top decking like a god. Honestly, you're probably right. Several, like, one of the better combinations, especially if you're going to go 3 colors, is Teamer. Like the red, blue, green. Because the ramp spells are very important for casting your huge instants and sorceries. We draw a Serpentine Curve, play a Mountain, play Spectacle Mage, pass the turn. Yeah, Growth Spiral was like, if I had any reason prior to pack 3 to have splashed green, I definitely would have taken Growth Spiral, because that card is very good. Play a Mountain, we'll play Galazeth. Make a treasure. Go to combat. Attack for 2. Who is that on the Increasing Vengeance art? That's Nahiri. She's doing... if you look at Nahiri's Wrath or Nahiri's Vengeance, whichever one that is, that's basically what's being depicted. Yeah, the treasure is a mana rock now. Galazeth says your treasures, instead of being lotus petals, are now... what do you call them? Oh my gosh, does he have 2 Mage Duels? What? He has 2 Mage Duels! That's so broken! Since you're biased against Sorin? Do you mean the legendary Wall Planeswalker? Oh man, I'm taking 8 next turn. Honestly, if you need to rare draft, then rare draft. If you don't want to rare draft and you want to play well, then play well. Either one. You won't get any judgment from me. I can play Serpentine Curve and make a 0/0. I guess I Culmination of Studies. And maybe if I exile 4 lands, I can cast Serpentine Curve and have a blocker. Don't overdo the card draw, you get run over. Yeah, but card draw is fun. Alright. That's a concede. Man, if Galazeth Prismari had stayed alive, we would definitely have won that game. But my opponent having 2 Mage Duels, that was pretty good. I think to counter the Mage Duel, I'm going to drop a pop quiz for an Arcane Subtraction. And I'm going to bring in a Pillar Drop Warden over a Teach by Example. Mage Duel is common, though. Yeah. It's just a really good common. Alright, we'll play first. Sure. Keep. The problem, yeah, if we had gotten the ramp spells, the Serpentine Curves would have been awesome. Because then, like, you guaranteed to get to Serpentine Curve. Serpentine Curve counts the number of instants and sorceries. It's not like Leyline Invocation that counts your number of lands, but... I think I'm gonna... Well, no. I don't have anything to play on 3, so I'm actually gonna do this just as a learn spell. And I'm gonna take Introduction to Prophecy. I probably should have taken the Spirit Summoning to have a blocker, but... Can we get Increasing Vengeance? Play a Mountain. Introduction to Prophecy. Bottom. Bottom. Draw Frost Trickster. That's good. Pass the turn. Opponent hits us for 2. That did save me some pretty bad draws. That is true. We draw a Pop Quiz. Play a Mountain. Frost Trickster. Let's go ahead and tap that Apprentice so it can't swing again immediately. It's okay, buddy. You having a bad dream? Pass the turn. Loving the Porter Cam. Yeah, me too. Opponent plays a Master Symmetrist. Why does Lorehold seem to be the redheaded stepchild in Limited? Probably because the better Lorehold cards are higher rarity. Like the Radiant Scroll Wielder that I'm splashing for, this card right here. This card is insane. Like, it does absolutely absurd things. Play a Mountain. Speaking of, we're going to play the Scroll Wielder here. Pass the turn. That Master Symmetrist is going to be a problem, granting their guys trample. Have you ever played against famous YouTubers or players? I've played against Aspiring Spike a few times in leagues. M. Hayashi used to be one of the, probably still is, one of the modern tournament trophy grinders. I've queued against Saffron Olive, I think, once. And a couple of other streamers on a couple of different occasions. Opponent plays Dean of the Root. Whenever they gain life, they may pay 1. If they do, put a 1/1 counter on each creature you control. That's pretty good. So we exile Introduction to Prophecy. Hasn't been this season? Okay. Let's go ahead and Introduction to Prophecy here. Teach by Example and Serpentine Curve. Teach by Example, I think, is going to go to the bottom. I will draw Serpentine Curve. Play an island. Play Spectacle Mage. Pass the turn. The problem is my opponent is going to gain life very quickly and easily, and their whole team is going to have trample. Oh, dude, Quintorius, like... Quintorius plus Lorehold Excavation is crazy. And that's just 2 uncommons. There's the Mage Duel. They gain life. They pay 1. They pump their whole team. God, I can't even double block here. You think Quintorius is on the Expel card, though? It could be a different Loxodon, right? We go to 6. Draw Pledge Mage. Alright, let's... hold priority. Cast Serpentine Curve. And Increasing Vengeance. So this should make a 3-3 or a 4-4. Couple of 4-4s. Pass the turn. Yeah, Witherbloom Apprentice plus Lizette is pretty good. Opponent plays a Leech Fanatic and swings out. Block, 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 block. If my opponent has a 1-mana green instant like the Trample cantrip, we lose. Oh, actually, we... Oh. Yep. Yep. Okay. Okay. Of course I jinx it. 1 minute while I restart the client because it's getting laggy. Moto, since its patch, has been opening on the wrong monitor, and that's very, very distressing to me. My value is overrated. I definitely drafted some of the wrong cards, but I got greedy. It's been a few days since I've gotten to play the limited format, okay? They always have it, but sometimes you gotta make them have it. I guess that's fair. Alright, Moto just straight up all the way crashed. Thanks, Tarek. It's not my birthday. It's not a bug, it's a feature. Jeez. Okay. Now that Moto has fully loaded, we can queue up for round 3. Imagine coding Modo. What a nightmare. The problem is they only have like 4 programmers, and the backend for Modo has existed since 1993. Or 96, actually. Not 1993. It was like 96 or 97. So it's definitely a legacy code base, and that's why it still sucks. Mm-hmm. At least it's not in Visual Basic 6 or something. The back end could be, for all we know. The front end's not, because they rewrote it. Man, Visual Basic 6. I actually had a class in high school for Visual Basic 6 that I ended up being a teacher's assistant for. Instead of working on the back end, they spent time redoing the front end. To be fair, the front end was pretty garbage. Although I really, really liked that client. Yeah, for one class in high school, because I've been programming since I was 6 years old. That's not officially true. I don't think I actually started programming till I was 9, but I started modding Command & Conquer and StarCraft a lot earlier. Is that confirmed that they only have like 3 devs? I have no idea. I made that up, but if it sounds true, it probably is. Yeah, Tiberian Sun, man. I liked playing Tiberium Dawn. I liked playing Red Alert and Red Alert 2. Tiberian Sun's where it's at. Command & Conquer 3 was okay, and anything after that doesn't exist. This seems like a pretty good opener. I think I'll keep. Just to barely keep up with the new cards. Yeah. We draw Creative Outburst, play a mountain, pass the turn. Opponent played Forest. Go for the Jund trophy. Diablo 2. Diablo 2 is great. Pass the turn. Shame you only got to make a deck size token once in the last one. Yeah, no kidding. We're going to discard Elemental Masterpiece, untap, draw an island, play an island, play Spectacle Mage, pass the turn. Diablo 2 is one of my favorite games of all time. Necromancer is by far my favorite class. I think I played every class one time, and I don't even think I got through like normal mode with most of them. But I have played multiple Necromancers, all Minion Masters. That was my favorite thing to do. Okay, how much mana do we have? 5. If I play Radiant Scroll Wielder, though, we're going to get rid of this treasure token. Let's pop quiz here. I'm going to get Introduction to Prophecy. We drew another pop quiz. Go to combat, attack for 2. So unless my opponent has an instant speed way to make a token, they're going to sacrifice their Daemogoth Woe Eater. We are probably going to discard this Introduction to Prophecy. Pass the turn. What they did to Warcraft 3 was inhuman. The fact that they killed the modding scene for it. Yeah. That really sucks. And you can't even go back and play the old version, right? Like, it's gone forever. You can't, like, unless you have it on a disc somewhere on a closed shell system. So it doesn't update. We'll play 1, 2, 3. Let's play pop quiz and see if we can't get another land. I'll take a Spirit Summoning. Play an island, and we'll pass. Everybody always talks about Diablo 2. What about the original Diablo? The original Diablo was a great game. Diablo 2 took everything that was good about Diablo and made it way better. Also, it was a fantastic multiplayer experience. Whereas I think Diablo was mostly single player with a little bit of multiplayer tacked on. But I don't remember because I didn't play a lot of it. And that was like early in my lifespan. Play a mountain. Play... Diablo 3 was not fun. Diablo 3 took everything I liked about Diablo 2 and killed it. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 instants and sorceries in the grave. So I think I'm actually going to play Serpentine Curve here. Pass the turn. I mean, like, it's not even the set item mechanic. It got rid of trading. It got rid of PvP until way later. The real money auction house made finding items impossible early on. And then they got rid of the skill tree. And instead of like your skills being your key portion and having your gear augment your skills, it was now your gear is everything, which was way less fun for me. Wow. That was a pretty good Witherbloom command. Well, that's the thing, is like, so once you've got all the gamers playing your game, you kind of have to lower the bar to entry to get other people to play your game, because corporations want infinite, unsustainable growth. But that's just the way things are. So, I could swing, but I think I'm just going to play Culmination of Studies for maximum value here. Diablo 3 was not easy. It was easier by most metrics, but it was not an easy game until they made it easy. Because their original Hell mode was like impossible. Or not Hell. Hell was like impossible, but their original Nightmare mode... Was it Nightmare? That was like the new... I forget whatever the fourth tier of difficulty they added was called. But... yeah, they made the endgame grind impossible because it required you to purchase items off the real money auction house to actually play. Yes, mechanics and progression were dumbed down a lot. My opponent is attacking me for 10. This sucks. We cannot block, so we're taking 10. That's what I've heard. I just really hope that they don't... Well, that was kind of my last hope. We draw Teach by example. So play Fury, Calm, Snarl, reveal Mountain. I have 8 mana, so I cannot cast double Creative Outburst. Oh, that sucks. I gotta go to the next game, I think. Because these have Menace, and I can't stop them. Honestly, after Diablo 2, Path of Exile was like what I started playing for a while. I was never very good at it, but I could always make a build and play it. Like, Diablo 2 has a much cooler aesthetic and story to me. The story in Diablo 3 was really dumb. Like, really dumb. Diablo 3 is too colorful? I mean, kind of, yeah. I see what you mean. Also, I like how this deck has 5 Serpentine Curves, and we've only drawn, like, 1 any particular game. Yeah, no, it took a long time to try and get into the upper level difficulties. All you remember of D3 was finding a Witch Doctor helmet that had a 40% chance to make clones of you and whatever summons you had every time you attacked. Wow. Let's kill a beloved character and then do random Nephilim stuff. Yeah. Yeah. Also, the concept of having a demon lord that is the Lord of Lies and having people know that he's the Lord of Lies makes no sense. Because if he's the Lord of Lies and he lies to his own followers, why would anyone follow him? Why would anyone believe a single thing he says if he is the Lord of Lying? That is ridiculous and stupid. Like, also, what is it? The other minor evil. Oh my gosh, what is his name? Starts with an A. This is like an absolutely ridiculous. What is his name? Not Zoltan Cool. He is the other minor evil. It's not like Azazel, it's something weirder. That character is so stupid as well. It's like, just because you've reached the foothold of... Not Belial, the other one. Just because you've reached the foothold of my base doesn't mean... Asmodan, yes, oh my god. It's like, just because you've reached the foothold of my base doesn't mean you've beaten me. Just because you've defeated all of my generals doesn't mean you've beaten me. Just because you've reached my freaking fortress doesn't mean you've beaten me. Just because you've killed me doesn't mean you've beaten me. I was like, oh my god. If I hear this guy speak ever again... Anyway, rant over. Let's go ahead and pop quiz, and I'm actually not gonna tutor Pazuzu. It's like sad, like, Leon. Help me, Leon! The only thing I remember about Resident Evil 4, I'm gonna discard Teach by example because I want to draw land, and I want instants and sorceries in the grave. The only thing I remember about Resident Evil 4 is, I love Resident Evil 4, by the way, but the first thing that jumps to mind is Ashley getting carted off by a cult member while calling me a pervert. And I was just like, fine! Yes, every part of the game that doesn't have her is objectively better than all of the parts that have her. Oh my gosh. Thanks for bringing back some great memories, guys. We'll play Galazeth Prismari, get a treasure. Pass the turn. I'm probably chump blocking this Damogoth Woe Eater, unless they sack it. What are you buying? Gal. I gotta discard a card. I'll discard Ingenious Mastery. The draw X is probably great, but... My opponent did this in response to the trigger, so they still have to sack another creature, but they're gonna sack a pest. The doggo on RE4, though. Good doggo. Play it for the new folks you know you want to. They can click it themselves. Oh my gosh. Does anyone remember Krauser from Resident Evil 4? That man is the most Russian American I have ever seen. Alright, let's go ahead and cast Serpentine Curve. Would love to see me play other games. I play Binding of Isaac occasionally. The Krauser knife fight scene. With the new, yeah, I've been playing the new I haven't gotten to the new DLC because I'm terrible at Binding of Isaac, but yes. Opponent attacks, chump, chump, chump. This is going to be a huge problem because of the Blood Researcher. Resident Evil 6. I remember playing through the campaign with a friend for Resident Evil 6, and I don't remember any single thing that happened in that game. Nothing. I played through RE5, and RE5 was like okay. It was weird, but Go to combat. Attack for 3 in the air. I have not, Six Sigma. RE5, let's punch a boulder. Oh, that's right. And like Chris looks like he Chris looks like he drinks steroids instead of water. Like his arms are as wide as my chest. Guy's got like an 86-inch bicep. And for real, I have a 48-inch chest, I think it is. I don't have an 86-inch chest. I like how I compared it to a real-life thing, only to completely... Well, now I can't double block this. And I have to double block this. Block here, block, block. I have a 48-inch waist. Actually, not that long ago, I had, before I started losing weight, my chest measurement, my gut measurement, and then my like hip and glute measurement were all the exact same number, so it's just like a great big cylinder. That made me feel disgusting about myself, and was one of the reasons I started losing weight. Alright, we O3'd. Alright. I want to do another draft. The legendary 0-3 League. We participated. Let's not do the value thing this time. Alright, I'll try and draft good cards. What a trooper. I had fun. I didn't get to do like half the cool stuff I wanted to, but I still had fun. Force colorless. You could draft the... I did mention at the start of this, before anybody got in, I was like, maybe one of the stipulations I should do is pick all of the Mystical Archive cards. Yeah, Intro to Annihilation Mill. Alright, let's do this. No, I get to keep these cards. So, like, drafting expensive rares is absolutely the game plan, because it helps offset costs for the YouTube channel. Oh, by the way, Six Sigma and Bone Daddy, if you're listening, I'm actually going to have to fill out taxes because of you guys with the... this will be the first year I've had to do that. I'll have to actually start filling out whatever the miscellaneous income form is. So I hope you're happy. Get wrecked, heart your mods. How are the single prices going for this set? In paper, they're very low. A couple of cards on Moto are worth a bunch, but there's not actually that much. I think this card is actually, or this set's actually being drafted a lot on Moto. Gotta find that foil stamped Goyf. If I was in the top 8 and wasn't sure that I was going to get prize, I absolutely would take the foil stamped Goyf, worth $400. That makes you happy. You should get donations and then pay for something that doesn't help you at all. Everybody, okay, Halsey. So, you know how there's like different player psychographics? Like you have Timmy who wants to play big creatures and spells. You have Johnny who wants to impress people with like his knowledge of the game and play combo decks. And then you have Spike who does anything to win at all costs. And those are like the different player psychographics that Magic designs around. Everybody forgets that there's a fourth psychographic. Jaff. John Doll formats. But Big No, how will you fill out taxes if you can't math? Joke's on you. What do you think I got Porter for? Raylin, it's not my birthday, but welcome. Indeed, Math Doggo. Which one would you be if you were to guess? It probably either Johnny or Spike. I would imagine Johnny with like a kind of a Spike edge because you do like to win, but you also play combo decks like Titan Valakut. All right, here we go. Fervent Mastery, triple gamble, but your opponent gets to wheel? No. Emergent Sequence this is a really good card. So I'm definitely taking Emergent Sequence here. Yeah, I don't think I would take it over any other card in this pack. That's a Johnny mindset. I want to win, but with style. If you don't play the best deck or an approximation of it, that's Johnny. And then immediately let the aggro urge consume me. Fractal creatures only? No. Yeah, I mean that's kind of the idea. That's your style of game plan, Tarek. Okay, pack 2, what do we have? Is this card good? I have never drafted this card. Master Symmetrist I know is good. Village Rites I know is pretty good. I'm playing the ramp deck, Pocket Yuff. Alright, we'll take the Bookworm. I know it would probably wheel, but there weren't any other cards in that pack I was particularly excited about. And I don't know really if I'm green-blue or green-black, but I'm probably going to be green-blue. Are we ever casting an 8-mana spell? It is actually quite possible in this format. Okay, so we've got Containment Breach, which is a lesson. Charge Through, Quandrix Campus, Vortex Runner, and Pledge Mage. Even Porter is turning away at that pick. He can't watch this. Oh, gosh. So Biblioplex Assistant is good because we can buy back spells that we like, including Emergent Sequence, which is quite good. Pledge Mage is good, and so is the Campus. Vortex Runner is okay. I kind of like Pledge Mage because it helps keep us alive. And like a 5-mana 5/5 is not bad. I think I like it a little bit more than Biblioplex Assistant. He's just cleaning his paws. Hey. Mentor's Guidance. This is an excellent card advantage spell. Scurrid Colony is not bad. Arcane Subtraction is okay. Pest Summoning is fine. There are not that many big dudes in this format. Worm actually works. Yeah, the Pledge Mage is actually good because it's just a 5/5 as well. Stadium can be ramp. It technically is a ramp card. I guess it also could be an alternate win condition, but I think I like the Mentor's Guidance more. So I'm going to take the Mentor's Guidance. Like, land ramp is more important than artifact ramp. Aether Helix is great. Environmental Science is an excellent lesson. There's also Opt. The Reach guy was probably the best. I didn't even see the Reach guy. Oh, Scurrid? No, not Scurrid. I think I take Helix here. I do want to pick up an environmental science at some point, if I can. There should be more than just this looter eventually. So I'm going to take the Helix. The only problem with this card is you can't cast it without a permanent in your grave. Okay, Strict Proctor is an off-color rare. Arcane Subtraction. I actually think I take the Servant or the Aerialist here. We could go 3-color and splash Blood Researcher. I don't like Resculpt. Archway Commons is only good if you're 3 or more colors. It's definitely a good card. I just don't know if I want to be 3 colors or not. I guess if I've got things like Emergent Sequence, in theory, it's easier, right? Alright, I'll speculate. Elk was what I was thinking of taking. Bayou Groff is great if you have pests to sack. It also needs life gain. Like, we already have a Witherbloom Pledge Mage, and the Bookworm gains life. Wormhole Serpent is actually really good, but will probably wheel. Tarek. We'll take Groff. Elemental Summoning. Adventurous Impulse, I think, is actually on average better, because this card is really good and limited. Yeah, that's true. You can play it as a 5-drop. Elemental Summoning is super tempting, though. I have no learn spells, but it's still good. I'm going to take the Impulse. Quandrix Campus or Serpentine Curve. I think I'm going to take the Campus. It's going to be more important if we're playing 3 colors. The lesson is... I could see an argument for the lesson. I'm going to take this just because it helps me do stuff early and is a cheap Magecraft trigger. Alright. Big play... Spined Karok or Waterfall Aerialist. Not a huge fan of big play. I think the Aerialist is probably what I should go with here. I have no 4-drops yet. The Karok is fine, and it's pretty decent on defense. Professor's Warning is a good combat trick, but I see it wheel all the time, and probably could get it in other packs if we are in black. Cogwork Archivist is a 4/5 with reach, but I think I like Vortex Runner more. Yeah, I'm going to take the Runner. Okay, Strixhaven Stadium, Elemental Masterpiece. I'll take the Stadium. Y'all wanted me to take the Stadium. It's a ramp card. Sure, none of those cards were playing. Probably not playing that card. Probably not playing that card. Stadium is bad now? In what? Oh my gosh! I can't pick between these cards! This card is worth more than the draft. Cultivate is very obviously the card I should take. There's 2 Rise of Exodus in this pack, too. This card is worth more than the entry of this draft. And I need this for Constructed. Oh. It's not 50 tickets, it's 17. Command you, Timmy? Money no. Did we command you to take the command? It's 17 tickets right now. Yeah. I'll take the command. All right, pack 2. You don't want to win command. Okay, we've got Callous Blood Mage. It's true. Daemogoth Woe Eater. Mortality Spear, Field Trip, Mage Duel. All of these cards would be decent. Mortality Spear is really good removal. Field Trip is an actual ramp card. I think Field Trip's the one we take because it's a ramp spell as well as like card advantage with Learn. Yeah, I'm going to take the Field Trip here. Field Trip does not wheel. Oh, unless you're saying Eater wheels. Sometimes that does. Okay, we take Field Trip. Okay, we get Fixing. Karok Wrangler is an excellent Magecraft payoff. Snakeskin Veil carries every single game that I get it. Probably cut black, at least you hope. I don't think we take Eureka Moment. Hopefully Eureka Moment wheels. Snakeskin Veil is by far the strongest card in this pack. Even though, like, Karok Wrangler is insane. And Vine Glimmer Snarl is excellent fixing. Like, I'm taking the Veil. Alright. There's another Pledge Mage. There's Flunk. Flunk is incredible removal. We are a little light on creatures, though. Especially if we're going to be trying to ramp here. Flunk like your last Limited League. This card is, in a lot of situations, better than Doomblade. At least in Limited. I don't think it's Curate. What's on top of Modern right now? Is it Blitz? I don't think it's Blitz. It might be, but I'm not sure. I'm going to take Flunk. I think we are 3 colors. Environmental Sciences. I will take Environmental Sciences. I do not want to pass another one of these. The 5/5 was an absolutely reasonable pick. Yeah, I'll take Environmental Sciences. Also Sigma. Nice. Tainted Pact. Exile the top card of your library. You may put that card in your hand unless it has the same name as another card exiled this way. Repeat this process until you put a card into your hand or you exile 2 cards with the same name, whichever comes first. Is this card actually good? I feel like it's not in Limited. Not online, I don't think. It's worth 2 tickets. I'm not going to take it. I'm going to take Cram Session instead. I guess I take the Witherbloom Campus for fixing. Take the 2 tickets. Frost Trickster seems decent. Golden Ratio could be good, but I don't think it's going to be good in this deck. I actually opened a Tainted Pact during the box opening video I didn't upload. Take Frost Trickster. I will take Wormhole Serpent. Intro to Annihilation. We have a few learn cards. Pest Summoning or Unwilling Ingredient. I don't think it's foil. I will probably be selling a lot of the cards from whatever openings I do. I just want to... I think we take the Pest Summoning. Unwilling Ingredient is good, but I think the Lesson is actually better. We're not playing any of these cards, so I'll take the Storm card, because why not? This is technically an on-color Lesson. Welcome, Phyrexian Fox. How's it going? Being a scrub lord as usual. Oh, we got lots of viewers today. Thanks for showing up, everybody. It's not. Yesterday was. It was not my birthday. Only 363 more days, because the 364th day after this day will be my birthday again. It's going all right, Phoenix. I think we've 0-3'd one already. It's not my birthday, but belated birthday wishes I will accept from you, Phyrexian Fox. Quandrix Cultivator. When it enters the battlefield, you may search your library for a forest or island card, put it on the battlefield, and then shuffle. Or we get the rare ramp spell. That's true. Today is the day that I met Porter. Yeah, I think we take the rare triple ramp. Hopefully Cultivator wheels. But gotta take the ramp spell. We need some creatures in this pack. Some good creatures. You're going to test that card in Titan Shift? Needle Thorn Drake, I think, is what we take here. Eye Twitch isn't bad. We don't have that many learn spells. I think we only have 2 learn spells, so we don't really need to focus on a bunch of lessons. We already have a few. The Needle Thorn Drake, I think, is what we take. Basic Conjuration is a really good lesson. I don't think we take the Suspend Dean. Infuse with Vitality is good, but we're kind of light on creatures. I'm going to take the rare. Drawing 4 cards from a heavy discard list is nuts. I could believe it. Mage Duel is great. I'm seeing no green creatures. Yeah, we'll take the fight spell. Igneous Inspiration is one of the best learn spells in Limited, for sure. Unfortunately, we're not in red. What does this card do again? So you search your library for 4 basic cards and reveal them. Put one of them onto the battlefield tapped under an opponent's control if the 4 cost was paid. Put 2 of them onto the battlefield tapped under your control and the rest into your hand. So it's a explosive vegetation that rampant growths your opponent and a Lay of the Land. If you play it for 4 mana. Okay. That's not bad. Fortifying Draft, I don't think is the card. I think we have to take another field trip here. The lesson is great. I don't like Symmetry Sage. We're not red, unfortunately, for Shock. Archway Commons is good fixing, but we gotta go Field Trip. What lessons do we have? Mercurial Transformation, which we were like forced to take. Pest Summoning, Introduction to Annihilation, and Environmental Sciences. How much longer am I streaming for? Up to 2 hours, depending. That's probably about the amount of time that... That's usually when I kind of start to peter out. Snakeskin Veil or a creature? Snakeskin Veil is really good. But Frost Trickster is a creature. Biomathematician's also not bad because we do have a couple of... Yeah, I'll take the Biomathematician. Prismari Pledge Mage is actually maybe not playable. We don't have anything else that requires double blue. I think I have to take the Aerialists here because there's nothing else in this pack for us. Best of luck, Halsey. Hour of Promise, I think, is better because it gets your other important lands. You can get any land. Honor Troll. We do gain a little bit of life with Pledge Mage and Cram Session and stuff, so I'll take the Troll. I think it's better than a second Wormhole Serpent. Soothsayer Adept. Glad to see ya. Spined Karok. That is a creature that is technically in my colors. Square up into the sideboard. I do not like strategic planning in this format at all. So I'm going to take Arcane Subtraction. Another Spined Karok. Nice. Unfair Gameplay. Thank you for following. You're a wonderful human being, and I appreciate the support. I will say, I have seen that card foil and in paper. And that Mystical Archive Strategic Planning is one of the prettiest foils I have ever seen. Because, like, the light on the, like, tarot card spread in the art is beautiful. Big no you swallow. It enables turn 3 Titan while also being a house with Valakut online. I mean, it might be worth testing. Why play planning when expressive iteration exists? 'Cause sometimes you're not playing red. Okay. Group creatures separately. We are kind of heavy in the 3-drop slot. Bayou Groff I don't like as much because we don't have creatures to sack to it, but at the same time I think it's fine. How much black am I actually playing here? Almost none. So, like, despite the fact that Blood Researcher is a really good creature for us, I think I cut it and flunk, because that makes making the rest of this deck a lot easier. I don't think we played the Strixhaven Stadium at all. I don't think we need that for ramp. I would rather play the field trips that we have. Pulled a foil Mystical Archive Blue Sun Zenith. Nice. I bet that card looks really sick, too. And then I need to cut one creature. It's probably a Spined Karok. Here's someone, like, shouting. It was weird. Okay, we'll play the Quandrix Campus. We don't need the Witherbloom one. Alright, I think we got ourselves a deck. do this. Karaka's the 2/4 do nothing, yeah. It's actually got a decent body for defensive purposes in this format. All right, let's try it out. See what happens. We still have one in the deck. All right, round one. Here we go. All right, we'll play the die, or we'll be on the play because we won the die roll. And this is where it's bad. Field Trip technically does fix for us because we can get environmental sciences, but it doesn't. It can't grab any basics other than forests naturally. I think we still keep this. It's a bit slow though. If we have to, we can get the pest spell or the basic conjuration to dig for a creature. Unless my opponent is playing extremely fast black-white or something like that, we should be okay. Pass the turn. We've got Witherbloom Pledge Mage, so hopefully, if I get environmental sciences, that will get me to that at least. Opponent plays Archway Commons, so they are probably 3 colors. Can we draw an island? New plan. I'm going to play Vortex Runner. Pass the turn. Opponent plays a Swamp. We draw Waterfall Aerialist. Have I drafted a lot of Strixhaven? Yeah, I've done probably about 10 drafts and 1 sealed. I wouldn't say that I'm particularly good at it, though. It's just a lot of fun. We'll play Waterfall Aerialist. Pass the turn. Put it as Lash of Malice. Killing Waterfall Aerialist. I think Lash of Malice is better than Disfigure. Most of the time. Past few sets have been kind of meh. I agree. I actually really, really enjoy playing Strixhaven, though. Whenever an opponent casts an instant sorcery spell, they lose 1 life. Casts or copies. We'll play out the Pledge Mage. Pass the turn. No attacks. I think it's a lot of fun because of the Mystical Archive cards being legal in the draft format. So occasionally you'll get really, really high power instants and sorceries from Magic's history. And then you can kind of build a deck around them sometimes. It's a lot of fun. Mortality Spear. All right. We take 3, untap, draw Cram Session. Let's, what are we doing here? Let's Field Trip. You got a mono green double channel deck? That sounds nuts. Take environmental sciences. Play environmental sciences. Lose a life. Gain 2 life. And we'll get another island. Play an island. Go to combat. Get in 4/2. You like that most are historic legal? Yeah. You liked Kaldheim, got to consume more content for Strixhaven to spend my saved arena resources. Nice. Opponent's going to attack us for 3. Historic thing is not a thing on Moto. It is an arena exclusive format. And when you think about it from a business perspective, it wouldn't make any sense to put it on Moto at all. Play a forest. This is now unblockable. Go to combat. Attack for 3. Opponent goes down to 13. Let's play a Frost Trickster, and we'll keep the Mage Hunter tapped. Then Mentor's Guidance. We get to copy it. Aerialist to the bottom. We draw an island. And Forest to the bottom. We draw Spined Karok. So let's cram Session. Gain a bunch of life. And I think we take basic Conjuration here. Pass the turn. All the cards exist on Moto, so they could do it with no real difficulty. Yes, the problem is it competes with Pioneer for players, and if they would split their player base from Arena to Moto as well. That's the problem that they actually have with Moto is that they can't keep enough players in particular formats at any given time, which is why some of the older formats like Vintage and Legacy leagues, some have occasionally rotated out because they didn't have enough players to like play in the challenges for them and stuff. I mean, it's not the case with a lot of their newer stuff, but let's go to combat. Attack for 3. Moto exists mostly for Modern. Yeah, I agree with that. Play basic Conjuration. Gain some life, get Soothsayer Adept, play an island, play the Adept, play the Karok. We'll represent the Snakeskin Veil. And Cube, yes. Man, I love Vintage Cube. If they put Vintage Cube on Arena, because that's only like 300 cards they'd have to code, even if none of the cards were legal in any other format, but they had Vintage Cube on Arena, I would consider playing Arena, just for that. Mainly because it would be cheaper for me to play it there than it would be to play it on Moto. I think arguably, Cube is the best experience. A well-constructed Cube is the best Magic experience that exists. I like it better than any constructed format. They had a format where you could, like, a temporary event format, but... Opponent has Rise of Extus, exiling our Vortex Runner, which kind of sucks, but what can you do? They go to combat, attack for 2 in the air, sure. We untap and draw a Forest, so we loot. Bayou Groff. Get rid of the Forest. We'll play it as a creature. Pass the turn. No attacks. I didn't even know Arena had a cube of any kind. Opponent attacks for 2 in the air. Sure. Cookie Clicker is so old at this point. We untap and draw Biomathematician. What lessons do we have left? We might actually need to get Intro to Annihilation. I think I'm gonna. New to you. Fair. Put a Forest into play. We'll get Intro to Annihilation. Exile the Mage Hunter. Go to 9. Go to combat. Attack for... Yeah, we'll attack for 7. Opponent is going to double block. Sure, we'll keep the Inkling token in front. What is this?
Combo? That's a diamond. That's a diamond.
No, I don't think I need to. Do they have? They must have some kind of combat trick, unless this is just a double. I mean, that doesn't save the arrogant poet, but I feel like they should have probably blocked the Bayou Groff there, but what do I know? Opponent plays a Plains. Divine Gambit. Put Biomathematician on board. I just got gambited. Opponent is going to attack me for 4 because this is now a race. We untap. We draw Quandrix Campus, so let's go looting. Oof. Play the Quandrix Campus, go to combat. Do a prediction for next round? Sure, we can do that. Hit our opponent to 2. I mean, that Divine Gambit might actually still have saved them. Oh my gosh, Melvin the Mercurian. Opponent has Revitalize, so we need to find 1 damage. I think they win just by the virtue of we're not going to be able to get 5 damage in. It's that freaking Mage Hunter. We lost like 10 life. They hit us for 4, we go to 1. Draw Honor Troll, so we're going to loot. Wormhole Serpent doesn't do it. Scry on upkeep was reasonable, but I tend to forget that I can do that and sometimes should. I don't think we make any adjustments. I think we just run it back. Too much land that game. Well, you gotta remember, we cast so many ramp spells. Check the Discord for Phoenix's list. You want me to play that? Lorehold Gorios. Alright, I can make that. Would you rather me play that for Mad Meta or your Titan Valakut list? Alright, I'm gonna keep this. You want me to play that? Okay. Lead on Forest, pass the turn. Opponent plays a Plains. Play an island, pass the turn. Titan might actually win. Phoenix showed me the deck and I wanted to see it in action. Reasonable. Do I want to Arcane Subtraction to get Environmental Sciences or Pest Summoning? I think I do, so I have something to play next turn. Let's take the Pest Summoning. Could you do both just at your leisure? Yeah, I can do that. Play a Forest. Let's Pest Summoning. Pass the turn. I'll have to build that queue for decks so I know what to prioritize and when. I've been meaning to work more on the Discord bot, but I haven't gotten around to that. Opponent plays a forest. They attack us for 2. No blocks. Yeah, the functionality that I want will be custom coded. Opponent gets a plains. We untap. Draw cram session. Play a forest. Go to combat. It'll probably be Python, yeah. They already did Secret Lair fetch lands, and people were outraged because they charged 5 times the price for it. Again? Who knows? I wouldn't put anything that makes money past them. And by makes money, I mean more than usual. Let's go ahead and cram session. We'll get environmental science. And then play Biograph and sack the pest. No, I don't think they will do that, Titan. Alright, Six Sigma, I'll keep that in mind. So we know our opponent is holding a plains. They hunt for specimens. They get a pest. They get inkling summoning. Then they play archway commons. Okay. We untap. Draw emergent sequence. So let's environmental science. Get an island. Play the island. Play Frost Trickster. Tap the pest. Go to combat. Attack for 5. Aren't Secret Lairs always foil? So we're going to Verdant Mastery and Emergent Sequence in the same turn? Not the new Shocklands? Okay. Opponent plays not a plains. Mage Hunter's Onslaught. Okay. Not blocking this. It's kind of weird, but I guess whatever. Verdant Mastery. I'm going to go the 4 mana route here. 4 basic land cards. Let's go Island, Island, Forest, Forest. We'll give them an island tapped. We'll put a forest and an island onto the battlefield tapped. Then play a forest and emergent sequence, getting an island. As a 4/4. Sick. Go to combat. Attack them for 2. They untap. That is a thick island. With 2 C's. Opponent finally plays that plains we know about. They play a Shadewing Laureate. Whenever another creature you control with flying dies, put a 1/1 counter on a creature you control. Alright. They attack us for 2, that's fine. We untap. Draw Field Trip. So let's Aether Helix, picking up Bayou Groff. So we lose a life, but we get the Groff back. Go to combat. Attack, attack. I don't think my opponent is willing to trade, but I guess I could be wrong. Alright. I am going to pass the turn and leave up Snakeskin Veil. Opponent replays Mage Hunter. And plays an Inkling Summoning, sure. Then they play a Campus. Alright, they go to combat. They attack for 3. We untap. Draw Forest. Go to combat. Attack for 4. They're going to double block. We'll put the Mage Hunter first. Snakeskin Veil. We lose a life. Kill both. They gain a life. Play a forest. Full price the Groff. Then we'll field trip. Get a forest. And I think we go with basic conjuration here. Because we want another threat. Snakeskin Veil, so good. So good. I mean, we didn't have that many cards in hand, so maybe they thought we had nothing, but opponent picks up their Pilgrim out of grave. So now they have a permanent chump blocker. Yeah, let's find our worm. What's up, Palsy? Welcome back. Opponent attacks us for 2. We untap. Panglacial Worm. I play him in every build of Battle of Wits that isn't blue-white. So we'll cast Basic Conjuration. Hey, we can cast Bookworm. I could also just take Wormhole Serpent and kill my opponent guaranteed next turn, but where's the fun in that? Let's take the worm. Go to combat. Attack for 10. Why is my opponent double blocking a 5/5? Did my opponent not realize that it was a 5/5 now because Snakeskin Veil adds a 1/1 counter, unlike Ranger's Guile? Nice. Alright, moving on to game 3. Hand seems okay. Oh, ow, ow, oh. Oh, I cracked my neck, but that one actually hurt. And it kind of surprised me. That's not good. Play an island, pass the turn. The Adept is good. It's definitely a card you want one of. Yeah, me without the massive beard. Killian is an insane creature. Play Soothsayer Adept, pass the turn. Opponent plays a Swamp. Plays a Shadewing Laureate. We can't block that as Menace. They gain life. We untap. Draw Emergent Sequence. The Assassins finally got me back. Play a Forest. Field Trip. Get a Forest, and we're going to get Intro to Annihilation. Because we actually have to kill Killian and fast. Pass the turn. Big No will be the next Assassin's Trophy. Oh gosh. Watch him have Rise of Extus here. The price tag in paper, though? Yeah. Okay, opponent attacks for 4. Take 4. We untap. Draw Bayou Groff. Play a Forest. Yeah. We'll play the Groff. They probably have removal, but... So, if you play Battle of Wits in paper, realize that at anything above F&M level competition, you get a slow play violation every time you shuffle. It's only like 260. Don't exaggerate. Footsteps of the Goryo? I don't know if it's better, but it does target non-legendary creatures. We untap, we draw Frost Trickster. Play a Forest. Let's Frost Trickster here. We're gonna tap Killian. For the battle form list. That may not even actually be modern legal anymore. Attack for 5. Killian will die, but not yet. Okay, opponent's going to take the 5. Emergent Sequence. We're going to get an island. We've already played a land first, so we make sure that we get the... So we're at 7. Next turn we can play the Bookworm and gain life. That's fair. I think I'll probably stop streaming at the end of this league. I realized I'm a bit more tired from yesterday than I want to admit. But I drink a lot of caffeine. So opponent's going to kill our Frost Trickster. That's okay. They're going to attack for 5. Do I want to trade the Soothsayer Adept? It's really good, but I don't think I can take this damage right now. We go to 10. Untap. Draw Adventurous Impulse. So we can Adventurous Impulse and then Intro to Annihilation Killian if that doesn't work out. I'll have to go back and play Battle of Turns again. I miss that deck. Alright. Go to combat. Attack for 7. Hit them to 12. Adventurous Impulse. Vortex Runner or Island? We'll take Vortex Runner. Rest of the bottom. Play a Forest. Kill Killian. He's actually laying like 5 feet away on a blanket. Alright, pass the turn. The reason I did that play rather than play the Bookworm is I should survive unless my opponent has a bunch of combat tricks or a bunch of removal spells. And I'm really worried about them having Rise of Extus. I would rather play the Bookworm on a turn where, in theory, they don't just untap and exile it. If they nuke your land, it's a bad day. Yeah, I think they're more concerned about the Groff. And even then, as long as we top deck a land in that situation, we'd be fine. They play a land. They play an Owlin Shield Mage. We take 4, go to 6, untap, draw land. So go to combat, attack for 5. Extus costs 6 though. Yeah, they had to top deck a land that turn and the land a turn after to do it, because they missed a land drop. With Killian out, Extus only costs 4, which they could cast. I forget that Bookworm draws a card. Play the Forest. Play Bookworm. Gain 3 life. We draw Arcane Subtraction, which might actually matter a lot. It being a 7/7 trample is quite threatening when you're at 7 life. We might even be able to Arcane Subtraction to... Well, Arcane Subtraction can gain us life because we can get our Creature Dig spell that gains 3. But we might even be able to stop them from trading. And I mean, if it dies, we just stick it into our deck when we have free mana. Opponent has Divine Gambit. Okay. Put Vortex Runner into play. Vortex Runner here being good because it can't be blocked. So they didn't have Rise of Extus, but they did have Divine Gambit. On upkeep, put in Worm. Yeah, that's fair. We can do that. Oh no, I can't. It's exiled. Later, Phoenix. Thanks for stopping by. Opponent gonna kill my land. So they are attacking for 1, 2, 6, 9. Okay, we got a block. All right, Halsey. Thanks for showing up. It was good to have you. We untap. We draw Quandrix Campus. Arcane Subtraction. I think there is quite a bit of exile removal. We'll get basic Conjuration. Cast it to gain life. Hopefully we can draw a creature we can play. Honor Troll helps. It does have Vigilance. Go to combat. Attack for 5. They go to 2. Rise of Exodus, Divine Gambit, Expel, Intro to Annihilation. Pretty sure there's at least one more, too. We will activate the Quandrix Campus to scry on our upkeep. Divine Gambit barely counts, but counts nonetheless. We found the only guy that plays it. I guess if you were desperate for removal, it's not a bad option. They're going to Lash of Malice their own guy, and we die. Lash of Malice number 3, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Let's restart the Moto client so we can cut down on the lag, and then we'll play round 2. Thanks, Cyssia. Thanks for stopping by. You're a wonderful human being. Sure, we can do the prediction for round 2. Is Sigma still here? Can he get that, or do I need to? I don't. Thanks for reminding me, because I definitely would have forgotten. Okay. No worries, Six Sigma. Thank you for stopping by. Always glad to have you. Ah, yes. I remember when this one used to do that. Best of luck. I hope you get some sleep. So, if you want to participate in the prediction, you can bet whether I'm going to win or lose this round. And the channel points will be evenly split amongst those that bet. You have 2 minutes to enter. Alright, this is a mulligan. This is also a mulligan. Alright, we'll keep. Put back, Cram Session, Aether Helix. Got about a minute left if you want to bet that I'm going to lose and bet against Tarek. Play a forest, pass the turn. More people betting for yes. No one's going to bet on no? Even 10 channel points, and I think you'll win all of them if you're the only one. Play an island, pass the turn. I have faith, but only 500 points worth of faith. Is everybody going to bet yes? There's not going to be anybody that bets I'm going to lose. Alright, we draw Field Trip. It's Field Trip, get a forest. And we'll get Pest Summoning, I think. Pass the turn. If nobody bets no, you're all going to only get refunded. Alright. Stop trying to get people to bet against you like it's your birthday or something. Goodness. Play an island. Let's play Pest Summoning. Then we will Bayou Groff, sacking a pest. Gain a life. Pass the turn. It is not my birthday. Yesterday was. Duder611, thank you for following. Glad to have you. Opponent plays a land. Opponent is attacking, no blocks. I've got a pretty good idea that they've got the learn +3/+1 and trample, so I don't even want to throw the pest in front of the double strike here. Opponent plays a Relic Sloth. We untap. Draw Frost Trickster. Play a Field Trip. Get a forest. We'll get an Introduction to Annihilation. Play an island. Frost Trickster. Tap the Sloth. Go to combat. Attack for 6. 12 viewers, 1,000 YouTube subs. We were up to 40 viewers yesterday during the actual birthday stream, thanks to a host from Will Hall. But I don't think we dipped under 25 once we passed it, which was pretty awesome. Opponent attacks for 2. Sure, no blocks. I'm sorry, Oz. The VOD will be going up on YouTube if you want to catch any of the fun stuff. Yeah, Sigma and Bone Daddy had a donation off. We draw Quandrix Campus, so go to combat. Nobody bet against me, so if I lose, you all lose your channel points, and if I win, you just get refunded. Hit our opponent for 2. Let's play a Quandrix Campus, and we're going to intro to Annihilation, exiling the Relic Sloth. Pass the turn. Opponent untaps. Plays a mountain. Better win then. I'm trying. I wouldn't purposefully throw for the sake of channel points. Alright. Yeah, I'm actually going to jump. If they've got the double strike trample combo, we need to just deal with this now. Yep, that's a problem. I knew they had it. They get intro to Annihilation. They have another one? Okay, defend the campus. That's still scary, but double-digit YouTube subs when you followed? Oh my gosh, that was forever ago. We do have 8 mana. So play Wormhole Serpent. Pass the turn. Bolt? Oh gosh, Bolt's in this format, isn't it? Watch me get lightning bolted. Oh, Study Break. Yeah, that's like 3 years ago at least. Clayton, welcome. How's it going? I think we're about to lose our points to the void. Oh, Helix does too. Yeah. It's alright, buddy. It's just a roommate. It's just him making noise. Alright, I would like to play first. That is not a hand I want to keep. Alright, I think with Soothsayer Adept we can actually try and keep this. Yeah, Bolt Shock and Helix. Although, to be fair, all of those cards are first pickable. So it's not likely in draft that you're going to end up with a bunch of them. However, you could be that jerk in Sealed that opens up 6 Lightning Bolts. I have actually not seen Lightning Bolt cast in this format yet. I'm going to Cram Session first. And we're going to get Environmental Sciences, rather than play Soothsayer Adept, because I want to get Honor Troll out as quickly as possible. Yeah, I was going to say, I've played... I think this is my, 12th or 13th draft. I have not seen a single Lightning Bolt. Honor Troll, is that our nickname for Sigma? Nice. It'll wreck you when it does, it's mean. Yeah, no, it's Lightning Bolt. You know? I'm not gonna block here. So Environmental Sciences is going to gain us 3 life, and this is going to have... this is going to become a 4/4. We draw a Waterfall Aerialist, play an island, Environmental Sciences, we'll get a Forest, play the 1/1 with Death Touch, go to combat, and get in for 4 with Vigilance. Opponent takes 4, goes to 16. Oh, Nurse Burn, yeah. If you've got a good Tainted Remedy list, I've gotten a request through a deck suggestion and a channel points redemption to actually play that deck. So, if anyone's got a good Tainted Remedy list, please post it in the Discord. Opponent plays an Archway Commons, sure. Abzan's where the action's at. I know Tainted Remedy plus Beacon of Immortality kills your opponent no matter how much life they have. No attacks for the opponent. We untap. Dragonstorm Part 3. Oh, good. Hmm. Do I offer the trade with Honor Troll? I think so. Alright, they don't take it. They go to 12. Play a forest. Field trip. Get a forest. We'll take basic conjuration and then play Soothsayer Adept. Pass the turn. It's 2 per stream. I have an actual queue, so I'm probably gonna have to close those particular suggestions for a while. The sheer joy Kano exudes when he plays Dragonstorm is incomparable. It's a lot of fun when you combo off. But it attacks for 5. We'll take 5. We untap. Draw Field Trip. Play Waterfall Aerialist. Pass the turn. I don't think I'm going to loot with Soothsayer Adept here. Opponent plays a land. They only have 2 cards left. Would you play my deck for a Scooby snack? I do donation leagues. I'm not above bribery. Opponent swings out. I will trade here. They probably have a combat trick. It's probably the... Okay, that can pump itself. That was, I think, the best case scenario for us. It's not bribery, it's called a business model. Okay. Well, I'm not above it. We draw a forest. Let's basic conjuration. We get a Frost Trickster. Play a forest. Frost Trickster will tap the flyer. Go to combat. Attack for 3. Hit them to 9. Opponent goes to combat. Swings out, no blocks. Take 4. Then they play the Double Striker. We untap. Draw forest. Field trip. Get a forest. And... let's go with Pest Summoning. Go to combat. Attack for 5. Opponent goes to 4. Play Pest Summoning. I'm going to actually hold on to this forest and make them think I've got something else. Opponent untaps. Intro to Annihilation may have been the pick because of the Double Striker. We're at a high enough life total that unless they have like 2 power pumping spells, we're probably fine. I mean, had I taken that, I could have exiled the Stonerise Spirit and guaranteed lethal in the air next turn, but... Alright. We gain 2 and take 2. So we stay at 16. Untap. We draw. Mage Duel. Yeah, okay. Mage Duel. Hopefully my opponent does not have an instant speed removal spell. They have Study Break to tap our guys. But they have to pay 2 or we counter it. So they pay. We still get rid of their guy, and it doesn't frost ours. They get introduction to annihilation. So they can hit our 3 or our 2/2, but we get to draw if they do that. They do get a Magecraft trigger though, which is going to be 8 damage instead of 6. They didn't cast it pre-combat? They got something else? Porter cam is best stream upgrade. Maybe he doesn't like the cam on him? I don't think he can tell. It's very small. He does this normally. He just like goes back and forth. Sometimes he gets too hot laying on his bed. So my opponent missed 2 damage to cast this second main phase. Alright, we untap. We draw Verdant Mastery. So play a Forest. Aether Helix. I think their best chance of killing us is the double strike. So we'll bounce that, and this is, we have 9 mana. We'll pick up the Honor Troll. Play Honor Troll. Hit them for 3 in the air. I don't think you've seen him on full cam in ages. He's like 85 pounds, and he's weighed that for about a year. He's been getting a lot more exercise recently, because I am getting a lot more exercise. So he's doing pretty good. Yeah, I don't know what he's mixed with, but he's definitely not pure chocolate. If he wants to, he can drag me around too, which is pretty impressive. I think we gotta block. Porter Swallow. Sudden Breakthrough, 2/0 and first strike, make a treasure. I used to know a barrel-chested lab that was like that. Like, he just lived to play fetch. And they're dead, right? That lab, I once watched him fail to find a stick in the woods. He couldn't find anything to play fetch with, and that was what he lived for. Oh, that has flying. Well, I guess I'm offering the trade. I once watched him fail to find a stick in the woods, and he ripped a sapling out of the ground. Like, just straight up. Found a tree, ripped it out of the ground, and was like, throw it! Opponent plays a land. So one of the cards in their hand is the 1/2 double strike. So they're smiting our creature and taking us to 1. What's the punt count? Oh, I attacked into a 1/3 with flying. I still think it was the play, but... I don't think we have anything that can do 1 damage. Just straight up. Bookworm might keep us alive. Nope, we're dead exactly. Yeah, could you imagine if they printed Hornet Sting as the Mystical Archive card? Maybe they don't see it. Right-click attack all. Maybe they don't see it. No, it doesn't. Oh, I thought you said... They conceded! They conceded! They just had to right-click and attack, and they conceded! It's just... Oh my gosh. They didn't see it. That is something else. Run it back. Oh, your channel points are safe now. Which one of you am I actually playing against? Alright, I am going to keep this one. My goodness. My face hurts from smiling from you guys. OP is stream sniping for the benefit of the chat. Opponent did mull to 5, so... Play Forest will lead on Adventurous Impulse. We will take the Soothsayer Adept. Rest to the bottom. Pass the turn. Opponent untaps and draws. Plays a Mountain. Passes. We draw. Arcane Subtraction. Play an Island. Play the Adept. Pass the turn. Emergent Sequence was also reasonable there. It probably was actually better. Opponent plays a Plains. They got their Twin Scroll Shaman. We untap. We draw Biomathematician. So now if I cast Emergent Sequence, it's only a 1/1. I think I still sequence. It's a bit rough, but get an island. Pass the turn. They play a mountain. 3 cards in hand. They go to combat, attack us for 2. No blocks. If they have a combat trick to pump power, we're going to take it. Enthusiastic Study. Alright, so we're taking 8 here. It is unfortunate we didn't get a land, so we could, like, Arcane Subtraction that. No, we didn't. We just missed land with Impulse. I think I've got a field trip. I could play Biomathematician and actually have a blocker. It is unlikely they have multiple Enthusiastic Studies. Let's field trip. Field trip can get us Environmental Science, which guarantees 1 more land and also gains us life. If I just have to chump with Soothsayer and they have another combat trick, I think that's fine. If they kill it, we can at least Aether Helix to pick it back up if we want to. They go to combat. We're going to block. Okay, they bump. Illuminate history. Opponent gets to discard any number of their 3 cards. They discard 2 lands and then play a land. We untap and draw an island. Play an island. Play Biomathematician. Make a fractal. Put a 1/1 counter. Pass the turn. I am leaving up the Arcane Subtraction play. Opponent is very low on resources and will need to actually start attacking. So opponent has Mavinda, Student Advocate, and Strict Proctor. Okay. I don't think there's any world they actually attack here. Okay. So I'm going to loot now. The Owl is very good and limited. I'm going to get rid of the Aerialist. We untap. Draw Frost Trickster. So let's Environmental Science. Get a forest. Play it. And then we will Frost the Shaman. Oh, they're going to counter it. Never mind. Kano can't read. Pass the turn. Oh, great. Now they can buy back Enthusiastic Study, and we are screwed. Thank you, Tarek. Opponent only attacks with a flyer. No blocks. They did not go for the Enthusiastic Study play. That's interesting. They play Relic Sloth. That would be why. So we untap. Draw an island. Play an island. Let's play the Groff sacking the Fractal. And I like Arcane Subtraction plus loot. Whatever they end up Enthusiastic Studying on, we can shrink. You really don't like building your board? I'm trying to play safe. I'm probably going to have to end up getting Intro to Annihilation and getting rid of Mavinda. Even though the basic Conjuration would be a very, very good draw here. Alright, they go to combat. They're swinging out. So block, 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 No. Hang on. Block. 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 I'm willing to bet with only 2 cards in hand, the only card they have in their grave they can actually play is Enthusiastic Study, which they're going to be tempted to throw on the Twin Scroll Shaman because of the Groff being our biggest creature. Yes. So they get to learn. They get or they exile Enthusiastic Study. Then they pass. So we Arcane Subtraction. Then I think we get the intro to Annihilation. Kill a lot of their stuff. They kill a lot of our stuff. Okay. Now we're going to loot. Dump the forest. We untap. We draw Mentor's Guidance. I think we have to get rid of Mavinda, because like the opportunity exists for them to draw another trick and then just blow us out with that amount of value. So go to combat. Attack with the Groff. I'm going to represent Snakeskin Veil. Pass the turn. Opponent untaps. They play a land. They play an Eager First Year. And then a Lorehold Pledge Mage. We untap. Draw Field Trip. So Field Trip. Get a forest. Get basic Conjuration. Play Honor Troll. Pass the turn. Getting Wormhole down was probably fine. It is a really big blocker that they're going to have a tough time getting past. I just want to be able to do it plus something else in a turn. True. Opponent has Pigment Storm. That would have killed the Wormhole Serpent, but they're killing our flyer here. We take 3. They hit us for 1 in the air. Sure. Alright, we go down to 6. Land, please. There's the land. Play the forest. Cast basic Conjuration. Get Bookworm. Play Wormhole Serpent. Go to combat. Attack like this. Opponent no blocks. They untap. And scoop. Alright. Alright. You guys got your points back. Keep in mind, you guys only won because my opponent scooped when they had lethal on board. Alright, I am going to restart the client. And while I do that, I'm going to open up another prediction for the final round. All right, place your bets. $50 points I'm going to lose. $510 versus 140. Have I ever 3-0'd in Strix Draft? Yeah, I've got 2 trophies in this league. Phyrexian Fox, thank you for subscribing. You're a wonderful human being, and I appreciate the support. Yep. Can you bet on both sides? I don't know if you can or can't. Just, I can't see why you can't. I just don't know if you can. It doesn't allow it? All right. Well, now we know. Speed Force Punch, welcome. How's it going? You still got about 30 seconds left if you want to place a bet with channel points, for or against whether or not I'm going to win this round. I've got 250 that says lightning won't strike twice. I am doing well, Speed Force Punch. I am doing well. Got enough points to get me to deck submission if I win this. I think there's already been 2 redeemed today, so you won't be able to redeem today. But next draft, or next stream, you will be able to redeem. This is a mulligan. This, I think, is actually a keep. We'll keep. Put an island back. Verdant Mastery can get us to our Bookworm. Opponent leads on plains after mulliganing to 6. We'll lead on island. Pass the turn. Opponent plays a swamp. Plays Leech Fanatic. We untap, draw another island. Play forest. Pass the turn. Opponent untaps. Plays a plains. Hits us for 2. We go to 18. They go to 22. Then they play an Eager First Year. Does that island actually depict an island? Yeah, it does. There's a castle on top of an island. Play forest. We'll go ahead and frost Trickster. I think we're going to tap the Leech Fanatic. Pass the turn. Lots of times they don't. It feels like it, yeah. Opponent plays a land. Goes to combat. Gonna trade. They play an Ageless Guardian. We'll play an island, and I think we go Honor Troll here. Pass the turn. Opponent untaps. They humiliate us. They're going to force me to discard this Verdant Mastery. How rude. They take the Verdant Mastery. Probably putting the 1/1 counter on Leech Fanatic, although, yeah, Leech Fanatic for sure. They attack us for 3. We take 3. Go down to 15, they go up to 25. We draw an island. Play the forest. Play Waterfall Aerialist. Pass the turn. Opponent untaps. I think I would consider trading here with the Leech Fanatic, because them gaining a ton of life like this is not really good for us. They're attacking with both. Block here, I will take 1. They could have the Smite the Monstrous, that's also an Anthem, but they don't. Strict Proctor. We untap and draw Biomathematician. Play an island. Play Biomathematician. Strict Proctor trigger. Pay 2. Mega Fractal. Pass the turn. Opponent untaps. They play a land. They Mage Hunter's Onslaught the Honor Troll. Take 2. We untap, draw forest, play a forest, go to combat. Oh, I should have blocked there. I could have blocked the 1/4. The problem is the Bookworm doesn't gain us any life because of Strict Proctor. So I really wouldn't mind drawing my fight spell. They attack us for 1. We go to 11. Untap, we draw Mentor's Guidance. Cast Mentor's Guidance. Clone it. Scry. I will keep Adventurous Impulse. Wormhole Serpent. Yeah, I think I'll keep a Wormhole Serpent as well. Adventurous Impulse. Get an island. Rest of the bottom. Play an island. Pass the turn. If I draw a land, I can play and activate Wormhole Serpent. If I draw 2 lands in a row, I could play Wormhole Serpent first, then play Bookworm, pay for the life gain trigger. Opponent attacks us for 1. We take 1 and go to 10. We untap, draw a land. Alright, you know what? I'm going to go for it. Play Wormhole Serpent. We'll say Biomathematician can't be blocked. Go to combat. Attack for 2. Wormhole Serpent does not sound like family-friendly content. But it goes to 25. Five mana, the closing statement to kill the serpent. I would really like to draw land here. Opponent attacks for 3. No blocks. We go to 7. Opponent plays a Pilgrim of the Ages, which will get them a Plains. Unless they don't pay for Strict Proctor. Alright. Come on, land. They play a Plains. And another Ageless Guardian. Alright. Land. Yes! Play the Forest. Play Bookworm. Strict Proctor trigger. Pay for Strict Proctor. Gain 3 and draw land. Pass the turn. And then we can start attacking with a 7/7 and hopefully close this game out. We just need to draw our learn spells so we can keep gaining life. But it attacks us for 2 in the air, that's fine. We go to 8. Untap. We draw Cram Session. Perfect. Go to combat. Attack for 7. No blocks for the opponent. They go down to 18. Cram Session. Gain a bunch of life. Get basic Conjuration. Cast basic Conjuration. Vortex Runner, because it's unblockable naturally. Play Vortex Runner. Pass the turn. This is my regular stream day, Bone Daddy. The announcement went out in stream announcements. And opponent scoops. All right. Yeah, let's just run it back. It's not my birthday, Tarek. And you wanted to pass the worm. Yeah, worm's good. Dick Record. I'm doing this for you, Dick Record. This is for the rest of my believers out there. Alright, I'm keeping this. Opponent leads on Plains. We draw a Forest. Play Forest. Pass the turn. I would like to draw a 2-drop here. It can be your birthday if you want me to donate $200 again. Oh my gosh. I'm not sure if my heart can take that. Yeah, I mentioned this earlier, but Bone Daddy, thank you, by the way, to you and Sigma. I'm actually going to have to start filling out additional income this year for taxes. Solely because of you two. Play a Forest. We'll play the Spined Karok here. Pass the turn. Opponent plays a land. They pass. We untap, draw a Forest, play a Forest. The IRS wants them shins. Opponent plays a land. Plays a Leech Fanatic. Passes. We untap. They closing arguments to kill our Spined Karok. Play a Forest. Go to combat. Attack for 3. we just want to talk. Oh, did you like not get your return because of no direct deposit or something? Opponent appears to have the sort of black-white hand that gets rolled by Simic. Yep, I think I agree. They're stacking up that Ageless Guardian. They attack us for 5. We lose a life. They gain a life. No blocks. We untap. They wanted you to file for the stimulus? Interesting. Play the forest. Play the biomathematician. I think we leave up Snakeskin Veil. Go to combat. Attack for 6 in the air. Pass the turn. I qualified for the first stimulus. And it ended up being like, I think after all of the, because they discount it depending on your income, I think I ended up getting like $80, which was awful because I was with my fiance at the time, my ex-fiance, and because we weren't married, like had we been married at the time, we would have gotten like $5,000. But because we weren't married, she got the full stimulus, and I got $60 when she didn't otherwise have an income. I'm gonna trade here. Richant. All right. 4 mana, opponent has a Spectre of the Fens. That is less than good. We untap. Draw a Soothsayer Adept. Field Trip. Play a forest. We're going to get basic Conjuration. Go to combat. Attack for 6. I really want them to block. No! You're supposed to block, opponent. Play Soothsayer Adept. That stupid activated ability is what's going to get me here. Pass the turn. Opponent plays a land. Yeah, come on, Big Snake. Demonic Tutor. Well, whatever our opponent's best card is, they're going to go get it. If it's removal, we at least have Snakeskin Veil. Mage Hunter's Onslaught. Yeah, I'll just bluff that. Or completely negate it, I mean. So that fizzles. And that Spirit Soldier no longer can get in for actual damage. Perfect. All is going according to plan. Opponent attacks. We lose a life. They gain a life. Block here. Editor's note. Keikaku means plan. Yes. I love that. We untap. Draw Verdant Mastery. So let's cast Basic Conjuration and gain some life. Bookworm. Go to combat. Attack here and here. Omae wa mo shindeiru. You are already dead. Nani? I love Fist of the North Star so much. Alright, pass the turn. I actually have one of my old meme videos is by far I think my favorite, and it's the Narset Reanimator one. It's got a fantastic Fist of the North Star meme in it. Opponent closing statement. What's my favorite book? I think my favorite books are probably the Hard Luck Hank series. Chump. And then we need to arcane subtraction here. We'll take environmental sciences. Oh, shoot! Mercurial transformation. I totally forgot. We had them dead if I didn't block. Alright, well, take environmental sciences. Take 2, go to 5. Yeah, I totally threw this game. Opponent plays a land, we untap. We draw an island. Okay, hang on. So I can play the Bookworm, and I can go up to 8. If I do, they attack. We get drained for 2, go to 6. We can block here with the worm and take 5, but then they can activate and drain us for 2 more. So I can only attack with 1 creature at most this turn. I actually think I have to keep back both of my creatures and just play the Bookworm. Pass the turn. Mercurial Transformation is never the correct card to pick. Oh my gosh. That card has never been good in any draft that I've played so far in any game. Like, at any point. Except right there, it would have killed my opponent. Totally forgot that I had it, too. Pseudo Panglacial. Let's hope they don't just immediately have removal for it. I was gonna say for an uncommon, it's incredibly powerful. Did I learn my lesson then? Never. They're humiliating me again. I suppose they take Adventurous Impulse, right? Like, Environmental Science gains us life, but... Adventurous Impulse potentially gets us to something very dangerous. Wow, Tarek. Wow. Opponent swings out, drains us for 3. Kill. Block. Hang on. Yeah, I got a block here. The problem is, if I don't block here, if they untap, they just kill us. I'm still a damage off. Hang on a minute. Because Environmental Sciences gains us 2 life. If we take 3, we go to 2. Do I have to chump? Kill the Drainer instead of Big Toughness? But if I block this way, I kill them both. So let's see. If I block like this, I go to 2. I untap, I Environmental Sciences. If I can find a damage, which we don't have a lot of, it would have to be like a... It would have to be like a field trip into Mercurial Transformation. Did they play a land? They have not played a land. I need to block. Oh, daddy. Good call. Good call, Oz. Then they play Pilgrim of the Ages. Play a land. So they can do 7 damage to us. We untap. Draw Witherbloom Pledge Mage, which I think just saved us. Because they're hellbent. Okay, before we cast anything, let me think about this. If we attack, they take 7, go to 4. Then we play Witherbloom Pledge Mage. We gain 3 life from Environmental Science and Witherbloom Pledge Mage. So we go up to 8. Opponent attacks for 5 and can drain us for 2. We have a blocker for the 2-1. Okay. First we attack. Maybe they won't notice they could do 7 and scoop with lethal on board. You mean like our first opponent? Who just like had straight... All they had to do was right-click attack and we died because we were hellbent. And they just scooped. Play the Pledge Mage. Gain a bunch of life. Get an island. Play the island. Pass the turn. Opponent untaps. Is that from Goblin Balloon Brigade? Yes! We did it! Believers, that means you win. All right. Good call on that land, Oz. I definitely didn't think about that. And that was a big deal. Yeah, that worm is really good. I won't ever doubt it again. I was expecting more punts. Well, I think we're done for the night. That's 3.5 hours of stream after a 4.5 hour stream yesterday. So, thank you, Tarek. That was very nice of you. Oz playing for both teams. Well, I want you to know that you're all wonderful human beings, and I really appreciate your support. Phyrexian Fox, thank you for the subscription again. Oz and Sigma, thank you for picking out decks. Duder611 and Unfair Gameplay, and Phyrexian Fox, of course, thank you for following. I appreciate all of you. And I hope to see you again next week. Next Wednesday will be the next stream. I will never financially recover from this. Oh, man. It's been a good time. This was a good stream. But Silver's the artist. Our artist friend. Yep. Good night, everybody. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.